Namaskaram, Guruji. So
Hari Om, Hari Om. Tell me, my friend, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are
Okay.
you?
Okay. Good, good. Tell me.
So you said that the Gita was the blueprint to lives.
Okay.
So then why doesn't God just make us live our lives how He wants us to live it? Why does He just give us the blueprint and leave it at that?
Oh, okay. So can you repeat your question again? Why doesn't the Lord?
Why doesn't the God just give the blueprint to the lives? Why doesn't He just provide extra support and make us live it how He wants us to live? Like live with Bhakti, devotion. Why doesn't He just make us devoted?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Very good question. So can you just mute yourself? I'll give the answer. Okay. Now, so part of the answer is in your question itself. If you believe that Bhagavan knows everything, first of all, you can answer by chat because or you can put it unmute and say also. Do you first of all believe that Bhagavan knows everything or not? Yes or no? Yes, correct. You put the answer. Put the answer in the chat box. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Fine. Now, if Bhagavan knows everything, he would have known even the solution that you are presenting. Correct. One of the variation of the solution, instead of being a manual, why doesn't Bhagavan go inside everybody and convert everybody to a dharmic person, a bhakta, a jnani? Correct. That is your question, right? So first answer is the answer. I'm going to give you 3 levels. The first level answer is Bhagavan would know the answer. If that was the answer that you had thought is the right answer, Bhagavan would have done it because he knows that, right? The creator of everybody, everything, he would have known that. The very fact he didn't do that means there's a reason for that. Correct? Correct, no? So now we have to understand why Bhagavan didn't convert everybody into whatever you call by magic, into bhakta or jnani or no dharmic person, right? Now I'll tell you. Somebody used the analogy of AI and machine language programming that comes the latest technology, right? Earlier they used to refer to manuals and correct the code as and when bugs come. No, I've been in software industry. You know how people do that, right? Today it's all AI programming, so self corrections happen. The robotic language learns by itself and keeps on correcting. So maybe Bhagavan should have done like that. Is our interpretation. Knowing some AI and robotics, Bhagavan knows more than what is robotics in the future. What is going to happen? Future perfect is Bhagavan. So please understand, if it is simply like a machine where things can be corrected and changed, it is easy because the machine doesn't have what is called as ego. Write down the word ego. So the machine will accept. It's like it's called jadam in Sanskrit. Jadam means what? Inanimate. Whatever you push, for example, this pen is there. Okay. If I break it, it will accept. It will not say, don't break me. It won't say that. Correct? Okay. If somebody tries to come and injure you or something, you'll either say, don't injure me. Okay. Or I will run away. Correct? You'll react. Correct? As a human being who are bestowed with consciousness, ability to think, ability to react to emotions, surroundings, knowledge, which Bhagavan has given us as our faculty called Antakaranam. Viveka Shakti, as Venkataraman is saying, we are people who will react to situations, and we also have our own strong likes and dislikes. Please understand. Humans are subjected to strong likes and dislikes, and we decide what we want, what we don't want. Now you tell me, I'm going to put a tough question to you. Do you always listen to your parents, what they say? 100 of 100 you get from your parents. Whatever they say, 100% you listen to them. Do you listen to them? Not you, anybody. It doesn't happen. Let's be frank about it. None of us are going to listen 100% to either our guru or to our teachers or anybody. Correct? Why? Because we think sometimes, correct, Rutvij, very good. Right? Father has come. Okay. Yes or no? Am I right or wrong? 100% கேக்குறானா பையன்?
I wanted to know the answer myself.
வாங்க. So the question was, do the children listen to father 100% always? They don't listen, right? Because yes or no? Be frank. No, in spirituality, be frank. You won't get answers, correct?
Yeah.
So, but we all know that our parents always wish well for us, correct? When our parents say something, it's always for our good. So when we know that our parents always wish well for us, put on mute. So even then we choose to go the way that we want to go. We take our independent decision. We'll say, Father, you're wrong. Mr. Father, you're wrong. Dad, you're wrong. Mom, you're wrong. I'll do it my way. So in front of your eyes, when somebody elder and so respectful is giving us advice, we don't want to listen because we got on ego. So Bhagavan actually is saying, this answer Bhagavan is giving to you. See, Bhagavan is Bhagavan, supreme, right? If he tells us something or makes us to behave in a particular way, the question you asked, automatic transformation to Bhakti and Jnani and all those things, if he tries to do that, if we don't accept it, it is disregarding Bhagavan, correct? Because I have got my own ego, I got my own likes and dislikes, I may choose to accept or reject it, correct? So, Bhagavan is also very careful. Bhagavan is saying, you ask for it and I will give you. You come and ask for it. You come and ask for being a bhakta. You come and ask for being a karma yogi. You come and ask for being a jnani. I will then take you. Later when you study Gita, I'll tell you, there are at least 25 slokas where Bhagavan says, I will lift you from the ocean of samsara. I will lift you from this problem-ridden world and take you to the greatest peace. Bhagavan promises, not once, but n number of times in Bhagavad Gita. My dear, you are Aditya or Dhruv? What is your name? There are two names coming up. Okay. So, Bhagavan is taking responsibility provided we are willing to surrender. Our ego is making us even arrogant with Bhagavan. We don't want to listen to Bhagavan. I put on mute. And that is the reason that Bhagavan himself is very careful. If I give something, they may even overrun me. They will overrule me and go according to them. Bhagavan is very careful. He says, you come forward in the right way. I will definitely help you. I'll tell a small story. You'll understand this. Okay. There was a milkman who was milking from cows. Okay. And then he was tired of milking and distributing milk to the villagers and other people. And so he was tired and saying, Bhagavan, I am not able to make much money. You do me a favor. So he went on deep prayer to Bhagavan. And then Bhagavan appeared. Because Bhagavan also milkman. Krishna Paramatma, right? Milkman during his earlier days. He also appeared. Milkman is ready to help everybody. He came. Then he asked this Bhakta, what do you want? So Bhagavan, the milkman asked Bhagavan, you see, I'm very tired milking every time and distributing. So do something to me so that I get always copious supply of milk so that I can keep on distributing to people and be, rich and happy. So Bhagavan said, fine, I'm happy with you, my dear Bhakta, my dear friend. Here it is. He did like this, Jimboomba. He did. And then one lake of milk, pure milk, thick milk, 100%, like 22 karat gold, no? 22 karat milk was created for this milkman. So very happy, Krishna Paramatma went away, and then this fellow took a big, utensil or whatever big container and took the milk and he was going to distribute. Halfway he stopped. He came back to that milk lake of milk. And then he said, Bhagavan, please come, please come, please come. Bhagavan is saying, he came. Then he asked, you wanted milk, I gave you. What else you want? Then what the milkman said, Bhagavan, we have the habit of mixing water with milk. See, we don't give milk as it is. So we always mix water with milk. So please do one thing. Also give me enough amount of water so that I can mix that milk with water and distribute. You got the story. So what this person used to do, he used to have some 5 liters of milk, he used to make it 10 liters and distribute. Similarly, even though Bhagavan gave infinite amount of pure milk, which will never end, he can distribute pure milk to thousands of people, make a lot of money. Even then, the innate nature, the ego, independent thinking, asked for what? What did he ask? You answer, what did he ask Bhagavan? He asked for water. So Bhagavan has given pure milk. This person is asking for water to mix and give. So please understand, unless we have the sincerity, dedication to Bhagavan and accept what he is giving. Look at this case. He used to mix water because the limited milk was coming from the cow. Even unlimited milk is coming. Even then he is asking for water. You understood the import of the story? So human beings are having both challenges, problems, not going towards God because of this term called ego. Unless you drop that, empty your mind, surrender to the feet of Guru, totally implicitly accept what the Guru says, what Shastras say, what Bhagavan says, there is no way Bhagavan is going to help you by converting. Automatic conversion doesn't happen. You have to convert based on our Shastras, what Bhagavan is saying. Now, can you answer in your own words? Did you get the answer? Unmute.
So God will not make us like sincere, devoted, make us bhaktis, yogis, because of our ego. He doesn't want us to reject it, so he will only give it to us if we ask with sincere devotion and ask for it.
Correct. And actually, you know what? God can give you anything. If you ask for money, he'll give. Position he'll give. Power he'll give. Health he'll give. He'll give anything you ask for, provided sincerity is there. But if you ask for the ultimate call to moksha or jnana, he'll give that also. Moksha 𝐈𝐦𝐻𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐚𝐧𝐭 janardana is a wonderful sloka. Hopefully you'll start thinking on these lines. You need to think. We need to think. Answers will come. Clear? Are you convinced with the answer or not? I want to be convinced. Yes. Convinced?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hari Om.
Okay.
Correct. Ravana is an example. Very good. So anybody else? You're clear? Okay, Lataji, you're on a must. Please go ahead.
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Hari Om.
This question came from our last session when we did the Sarvopanishado Gavo. So I've been thinking that, what was so special or what was a unique feature about Arjuna that he became the Partho Vatsa. So when there are so many, even Kunti is great, the amount of troubles and tribulations she went through. I want to know among all the good people, what is unique about Arjuna that he got the first Gita Amrita?
Oh, you are fast forwarding to 2:11 already. In second chapter, 11th sloka that's going to come. Or before that, Arjuna is going to surrender to Bhagavan and say, Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Multiple interpretations are there. Good question. This question asked many people. The first answer that is given is only after Lord, even Arjuna didn't surrender to Krishna immediately. He has got own logic. Why he should run away from the battlefield and do all sorts of things. Correct? You read the Gita properly in the beginning. So even Arjuna had his ego, that he was the answer to his problem, right? Finally, when he was totally helpless, he surrendered to Bhagavan and said, as you say in Tamil, Niye Gadi, Adi Mulame. Like that, he surrendered, prostrated to Bhagavan and said, Shishyaste aham, I am your disciple. Unless the word comes from a Shishya, that you are my Guru, please teach me and lift me from the morass of samsara and take me to moksha, a Guru is not supposed to teach. Actually, it's Shastram. Here now my Swamiji has told, okay, leave all that now. Today, Kali Yugam, so make some adjustment and teach. So it says, Na prishtah kasyachid bruyat, nacha anyayena cha prishtataha, jananna picha medhavi, jadaval lokamachare. Wonderful sloka is there. It says, see, unless asked for, unless questioned, unless earnest desire is there on the part of the student to learn, a knowledgeable person should not even open the mouth. Aprishtaha na kasyachit bruyat. Never ever open the mouth. This was a jnani. Don't open the mouth unless you are asked. That too what? Na anyayena cha prishtata. Some people come and say, you tell something, sir, Let me hear something without any shraddha, no bhakti, they will say. Please don't speak there. Shastras say. Then what is the message for the jnani? Jananna picha medhavi. Person may know everything, all the shastras. Jadavati lokamachare. Like jadam. As if don't just keep silently observing. So when a jnani is silent in public, it means that nobody is interested in shastras. So the fact is, none of the people, either the Panchapandava, other people, or Kunti wanted only Bhagavan to be problem solver. Artha bhakta, arthati bhakta. So you treat Bhagavan as a person who's problem solver, wealth giver, my health, my wealth, my son to get married, my grandson. Bhagavan will give all that. Bhagavan solved all Kunti's problems. Kunti didn't ask for jnanam. None of the Pandavas asked for jnanam. And Arjuna asked for the ultimate solution, so he got. First, second thing is, if you go to Puranas and Itihasas, Arjuna and Krishna are actually not two different individuals. They're called Nara and Narayana. You have to go to Narasimha to understand. One day, if I have time, I will explain to the entire Purana there. So there are two aspects of the same individual, and so they are not different. And that's why if you see in the entire Bhavaartha, the Panchapandavas and Krishna, they're like bosom friends. It seems they are almost same height, same age, same gatram. Both their arms, ajanu bahun. Their hands used to go below the mutti. That is the kind of gait they had, power, everything was very similar. And very good friends. If you read Bhaavaartha in Sanskrit, you will know how much they have enjoyed their companionship so much. Even during that period, you should ask the question, more qualify the question. Why did Bhagavan not tell Gita earlier? They're walking in the, going for a walk, going by the river, going. He didn't tell that, right?
Yeah, they had so many other difficult times where he could have said.
So when finally the helpless state comes, the total helplessness, that only I want the final solution. Enough of this problem, enough of bandage, enough of Nama Sankirtanam, enough of Japam, enough of Dhyanam. I want Jnanam. When you ask for the Jnanam only, Guru will come, Vedanta Shastra will come, Bhagavad Gita will come. You learn it systematically. It's a lesson for all of us. If you're okay with band-aid solutions, be happy. If you want permanent solution, that is required. That's when the time will come. And you know when the time comes. Answer is clear?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
So you should recognize that time is now or never. It's like now or never,
yes.
they say. Okay?
Speak with earnestness. Hari Om.
Okay. Right. Okay. Are we done? Anybody else? We are done, Lakshmi? Okay. One more young friend. Anag. Unmute.
Okay. Namaskaram, Guruji. First of all, my name is Amog. First of all, I wanted to say this class is very eye-opening. It was wonderful. Okay. So I had one question based on whatever you said about the when you ask God, He will give you. How does karma play a role in this? How does it affect what difficulties you go through? How does it affect it?
Okay, very good question. By the way, and the question should be further expanded to the real concept of fate and free will. Some people say everything is fatalistic, so what should I do? Everything happens as per karma, so I will just do what I need to do. Things will happen if they're bound to happen, right? There's one theory, right? That is called, fatalistic. Some people say free will. So I will achieve everything in my life. I will do myself. I can do everything myself. I alone can be the cause and the end, the means, everything, correct? So there are two schools. That is one big theory that is running around. That's one thing. Second thing is, if God's grace is there and God is able to bless us with everything, where is his karma theory fitting in? Correct? That's the question, right? The karma, everybody is talking about karmic theory, karmic cycle. So karma theory fit in. Okay, now the karma, and let me tell you, karma and the fate are one and the same. Please write down if you want to have pen and paper. I'm asked the question, you should be students to make notes. Okay. The karma that you undergo in this life, or fate, people say, they look at your horoscope and say, this is the fate, this Shani is there, Rahu is there, Ketu is there, Surya Bhagavan is there. All that is nothing but your previous karma that is being presented in this life as what is called as prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means prakarshena arhavate iti prarabdha. That small grain of karma from the sacks of karma that is there, from sanchita karma that is taken, and that which is in the process of fructification, it's called the operative karma. The operative karma is only one small grain from the sack of grains of millions of karmas we have done. It's called prarabdha karma. That is what you are facing in this life. Clear? Fundamental point to understand. That means what? There are millions and billions of karma already waiting for you to experience. They could be good, they could be bad, but you have to experience by undergoing and taking human body. That's when all human body is some other form. To undergo that particular punya papam, you have to undergo different types of existence. Correct? These are Hindu philosophy, and very nice philosophy, very, very apt philosophy. Anyway, some other day we'll discuss detail. Coming to the point, now grace of Bhagavan can definitely change everything, provided you are able to be on the path till you succeed. Now, do you know how much of karma that you are, anybody, not you mean don't personalize, does anybody know how much of karma is there for me to extinguish before whatever I am asking for is supposed to happen? Do we know that? Do you know that? Here's like an example I'll give you. Suppose you go to an old building. There is one nail that is hit on the wall. Okay. Just by looking at the nail, can you say how much effort is required to remove the nail from the wall? You know, there's a hammer with the tongue on the reverse, right? When you do like this, it will come out, right? In some cases, if you do like this, it may come out. In some cases, a lot of effort is required, you know, even then it may or may not come out, correct? So the depth of the nail in the wall, which is unseen, you don't know, right? Go to old building, you see some nail, you don't know how long the nail is, how much it is pierced through the wall. So superficially, just like you are not able to evaluate the depth of the nail in the wall, superficially today we are busy with so many other things in life. We are doing million things. That we also want to get the karma quickly. We even don't know what all karma I have done in the millions of lives I undergone, correct? Without even knowing what all I have done, we want to do one japa, one sahasranama, one puja, one tirthayatra, and say everything should be solved. Bhagavan should give me what I want. Bhagavan is not giving, so Bhagavan is unfair. We start declaring all these things. Have we taken any effort to understand what is it we have done? A small nail in a wall, we cannot say without trying what does it take to remove. We are not able to understand the depth. How do we know what is the depth of karma we have done? So please understand that it is possible to win. Our Shastra is all about self-effort. Please understand, our Shastras are not fatalistic. Uddhared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadhayet. Bhagavan says later in the Bhagavad Gita. Your self-effort is very important to succeed in it. That's what I was telling Dhruv also in the last question. Our self-effort is a determining factor, but how much it is required, you cannot say. You have to keep on the path. The greatest example is our Vishwamitra Rishi. It's called Kaushika Maharaja, correct? You know story of Vishwamitra? The same Janma he wanted to be called Brahma Rishi, correct? In Tamil we say Vasishta Vala Brahma Rishi. We say no, like that he wanted to get the title Brahma Rishi from Vasishta Maharishi. So what did he do? The kind of penance he did, unparalleled. They say, some say 3,000, some say 10,000. And say first 1,000 years he took only one drop of water, next 1,000 years took only leaf, next 1,000 only air. And it tapas. And tapas also was interrupted so many times. Indra is very scared when somebody does tapas, because they will come to Indra Padavi. So much was, other people are sent to disturb his tapas. He continued on the path. So Vishwamitra the great, and he's the founder of the Gayatri Mantra. See what great benevolence he had, right? So you have to dedicate yourself for any cause. You want to be the CEO of Google like Sundar Pichai, you have to work hard for that. No? Similarly, you want to achieve the excellence of spirituality, you have to work hard for that. Unless you start working and start listening to your own, then when you go deep into tapas and penance, then you'll understand so many truths. It's a great sages when they do tapas, they understand what happened in the previous life. All that will come. That is secondary. But you have to take this as something important and give it due importance. It doesn't come for free, right? As I say in US, right? There's no free lunch, right? US, there's no free in spirituality. You have to put the effort. But Bhagavan is there. They say, no, you keep one step, Bhagavan will keep 10 steps. We have not even kept half a step. We want Bhagavan to keep 100 steps. How is it possible? What have we done for Bhagavan? And Bhagavan doesn't want all these things. Please understand. We think Bhagavan, I have done Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, you use me as the instrument to achieve the ultimate goal, which is moksha. You come to me. I will take you inside me. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha tatomam tattvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram. You will come and join me if you know bhakti and jnana properly. So please understand, you can go on and on, but the fact is that we have to put the effort and Bhagavan will help. You got the answer? Can you restate the answer? Unmute. 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 No, you're once again muted. Tell me.
Yes. You said that it takes effort and tapas and self-effort from our side in order to gain more spiritual knowledge and exhaust our karmas.
Correct. So please understand, put it on mute. So another sloka I'll tell you. Note down if you can. Later you listen to YouTube and you should start learning some slokas. Yatha ekena chakrena ratham yasyana gatir bhaved. Evam purushakaryena vina daivam na siddhyati. So what it says is that Yatha ekena chakrena, just like a chariot cannot go on one wheel, correct? You've got a chariot, any car, it cannot go on, it needs two wheels, right? Similarly, just like a chariot cannot move forward in one wheel, Yatha ekena chakrena ratham yasya na gatir bhaved. It cannot move forward. It requires two wheels. Similarly, to succeed in anything that you do, whether it's academic, whether it is official, no, in family, in spirituality, religion, two things are required. One is self-effort. Evam purushakargena. Only with purushakarya, only with self-effort, you cannot get success. Vina daivam na siddhyati. Without God's grace, you won't succeed. So like two wheels of a chariot, you put your effort, Bhagavan says, there'll be testing periods. Your karmic cycle, as they say, will test you. The world is the biggest teacher. It depends on how much earnestness you got to succeed. And that defines success. Bhagavan is always there. And you know the English saying, right? God helps those who help themselves. That's not a wrong saying. It's a very valid saying. God helps those who help themselves. Okay?